A major consumer trend is reshaping China's economy that's gone largely unnoticed outside of the country. It's the emotional economy, where people spend on goods and services that offer a sense of fulfillment. And it's estimated to be worth at least 2.3 trillion yuan, or 340 billion US dollars. Well, CNA's Crystal Chia researched China's emotional economy for months and produced a documentary on this rising phenomenon about Chinese society today. And she joins us live now from Shanghai. Crystal, you spent so many months on this topic. So in a nutshell, help our viewers understand what is the emotional economy.
As if you think about an item, there's always two sides, right? One is the functional value, the other one is the emotional value, and that's what the Chinese are calling 情绪价值, and what they are placing more emphasis on nowadays. So blind boxes are a typical example. We also have games, toys, some say that milk tea as well. Now, all these are considered emotional spending because they invoke a certain emotion, whether it's novelty, excitement. So since moving to Shanghai last year, I realized that I've been hearing this term everywhere I go. On the train, the table next to me at a restaurant, online reviews of places to go. So that's where I realized that there's something deeper than just like boo-boos or crybabies, and that's how I set out to do this documentary.
Also, Crystal, I mean, I don't get how blind boxes can make people emotional, but obviously that's just me. But besides that, I mean, what other sort of goods or services specifically have emerged from China's need for this so-called emotional value?
So if you don't see how blind boxes can make you emotional, maybe you can hear more about companionship, which I've explored two forms in the documentary. Number one is AI companion toys. So I'm here at Fuzozo's store. Fuzozo is an AI companion toy that you can chat to. You can remember your past conversations. You basically treat it like a friend, and except that you can train the personality of this friend. And this companionship sector is rapidly expanding. It's estimated that it could reach 50 billion yuan. And for Fuzozo, let's just look at the store. This is their first store in Shanghai, opening in a prime location. And they tell me that they are going to expand outside of China, heading into markets such as Japan and the US. Now, another form of companionship that I have explored is the idea of companion climbers. Now, think of it as your normal hiking tour guide, but younger, more good-looking, and they will carry your essentials, your backpack. They will take pretty photos for you. They will make you laugh and more. Now, in January, my team and I traveled to Taishan in Shandong province. This mountain notorious for its thousands and thousands of steps. That was where I met my companion climber, Xiao Meng, and this is how the climb went. We have about 40 minutes left to the top. So, yeah, let's go.
这样就不累了吧？
那除了牵手，就是其他顾客会又要求你做什么？就要帮他们登顶的东西啊？放上去，
哄上去，骗上去，
骗上去。
只要是你想爬，100分就来带你登顶。
好。 这怎么抱着？
来，我来捏一下。
好吧。
来，我可以。
我的天！
好了呀。
你这些就是走一段路还是？
走一段路可能。
走一段路吧。好了，谢谢你。Yes, so I was initially skeptical of the idea of companion climbers because I normally hike alone in other countries, and if I'm fit and able to, why can't I do it myself? But after hiring Xiao Meng and climbing with him, I have come to understand why some people would hire a companion climber. So I did this climb last year, also Taishan, with a friend. And at that time, like many others, I quite nearly lost my mind and had a mental breakdown at the end of it just because the climb was so tiring. So to have Xiao Meng, who has done this 200 times, is emotionally composed and stable, I have a sense of trust that I can reach the top. So Xiaomeng's job is a new one that's been created quite literally from the demand for emotional value in China. And as this economy grows, we will expect to see more and more of such new goods and services.
Oh, very interesting. I guess after meeting Xiaomeng, I guess that's why you had to pitch this story to our bosses. But separately, I want to talk about how emotional spending, I mean, it's not exactly new. It's present all around the world. But I mean, particularly with China, what's so unique about it?
Yeah, so in the documentary, I interviewed a sociology professor who called this revolutionary. Reason being that in Chinese society, emotions are not often talked about. So she said, citing theories that as a society accelerates, people start to feel more lonely, anxious. They feel more time pressure, driving them to engage in this kind of emotional spending. And we already well know that China is very well known for its very long working hours. So that's why within the emotional economy, there's also what's called a loneliness economy. A survey revealed that 58% of respondents would spend up to $400 a month to ease their loneliness. Now, another thing that's changing, or perhaps more unique to China, is the way that it's framing these concepts. Now, loneliness, yes, it is a crisis, but recently we are seeing media reports calling it quality solitude, and also calling the emotional economy the self-reward economy.
So, but Crystal, I mean, we've talked about all the good stuff, attached to it, but what about the downside? Are we relying too much on all the external goods for fulfillment?
So with many goods and services, and not just within China, perhaps emotional spending should also be done in moderation. We know that we can be addicted easily to blind boxes because of the dopamine kick that it gives us. Now, similarly for AI companion toys, the relationship between the human and the toy, is that real or is that an emotional substitute? For kids, when they talk to these toys, they are constantly getting positive feedback. Then in that case, will they get a misconception about real-life relationships? So in the documentary, I also interviewed the founder of another AI companion toy, Lulupel, and he said that at the end of the day, humans must remain at the center of it all. So to conclude the documentary, I suppose the question would be, can we use emotional value, 情绪价值, as a way to reflect whether we are spending for short-term gains or to actually, look for longer-term actual inner fulfillment and satisfaction in life? Telly?
Oh, that's a very fascinating documentary, I'm sure. Thank you so much, Crystal, CNA Shanghai correspondent Crystal Chia, telling us about her latest story, investigating the pursuit of emotional value in China. That full documentary, you can find it on YouTube, our website, cna.asia, and on our mobile app.